Hello, my name is Christian Alvarado, and I'm the lead for Academic Technology Services here at San Francisco State University. Today, we're going to talk about using Zoom's Whiteboard feature, both during and outside of a meeting. Using Zoom's Whiteboard is one little thing you can do to help capture ideas, expand on concepts, or collaborate with others. The first thing you'll need to do to get started is open and sign into the Zoom app on your computer. On a Mac, you can find the Zoom app in Applications. Find the Zoom app icon and double-click to open. On a PC, you can find the Zoom app in your Start menu. Once open, you will need to sign in if you haven't already by clicking on the Sign In button, and then selecting SSO as the Sign In option. Now that we're signed into Zoom, we'll talk about the two ways to use the whiteboard. The most common way people are using Whiteboard is within meetings, so let's start a meeting. Now that I'm in a meeting, I can find the whiteboard by going to the green Share button in my Zoom meeting tools. Next, go to the Documents tab and select Whiteboard. If you've previously used Whiteboard, your existing whiteboards will be shown in this list. In this case, we're going to create a new whiteboard by selecting New Whiteboard. This will give me a blank canvas to work on specifically for this meeting. Now that we're in a whiteboard, let's take a closer look at some of the tools you can use. Starting from the top in the upper left corner is the name of my whiteboard. By default, it will use the name of the meeting, but you could click on the name to change it. This is also where you will find the Three Lines menu with more advanced options. Further down on the left are the main editing tools. The first tool is Select. This allows you to move around the whiteboard without drawing anything. Next is Pen. This tool lets you freehand draw on the whiteboard, similar to how you would on the real thing. Next is Shape. This tool lets you draw specific shapes. Clicking on this tool will bring up a selection box for what kind of shape you want to draw. Clicking on All Shapes will bring up the full list of shapes available. After Shape is Line. This tool lets you draw several different types of lines, both with and without arrows. Next is Text, which gives you a text box that you can type into. Next is Sticky Note. Sticky notes are boxes with a colored background that can be used for text. These are especially useful in cases where you are collaborating on a whiteboard with others to gather ideas. Next is Comment. Comments allow you to make a comment on someone else's contribution, adding quick notes that you want to retain but aren't necessarily part of the whiteboard itself. You can also tag someone in your meeting by @mentioning them. Next is Frame. Frames allow you to make a box of specific dimensions to mock up things like video frames, social media content, or common printer page sizes. Next is Templates. Templates provide you a list of pre-built whiteboard wireframes that you can use to quickly create content frameworks without making each individual component yourself. Upload lets you upload files into the whiteboard, typically an image or other documents. Finally, the three dots menu at the bottom presents more advanced tools that can be created for more structured information, like tables, mind maps, and other similar structured content. Moving on from the creation tools, in the upper right corner are the collaboration tools. The first icon contains presentation tools. This set of tools allow a presenter to point to specific items using a laser pointer, make overall comments on the whiteboard, add a countdown timer, or conduct a quick poll. The All Eyes on Me tool allows a presenter to move all participants' view to the view of the presenter. This is especially useful when you have a lot of content on the whiteboard and you want to bring everyone back to focus. Finally, you have the Share button. By default, any participants in your meeting will have access to the whiteboard. However, because whiteboards can be used both in and out of a meeting, the Share button allows you to share your whiteboard with people who may not currently be present, as well as allow a view-only link to be generated to share generally. Finally, in the bottom right are the navigation tools for moving through the whiteboard. The hand icon will let you click, hold, and drag to move through the whiteboard. The map icon will open a small preview of the whole whiteboard to allow you to find what you're looking for quicker. The next tool over is the Zoom tool. Clicking the magnifying glass with the minus will let you zoom out. Clicking the magnifying glass with the plus will let you zoom in. You can also click the arrow next to the percentage to pick a specific zoom level instead. Now that we've gone over a really quick overview of the capabilities of a whiteboard in a meeting context, let's talk about how you can use a whiteboard outside of a meeting. The Zoom app allows for creating, viewing, and editing whiteboards outside of a meeting context. Let's pull up the whiteboard we were using in our meeting earlier. In the Zoom app, click on the Whiteboards tab at the top. If you don't see a Whiteboards tab, select More and then Whiteboards. Let's select the whiteboard we were editing in our meeting. As you can see, I have access to the very same whiteboard I had during the meeting, with all the same tools I had available during the meeting. Since whiteboards are available outside of meetings, one idea for using them would be to pre-plan and prepare content before your class or meeting to free up meeting time for discussion rather than drawing. Using Zoom whiteboards are just one little thing you can do to get ready for your meetings, collaborate live, and keep the conversation going after your meeting is over. For more information on this or other technologies, please visit the support documentation website at 8thelp.sfsu.edu and keep looking out for more videos on One Little Thing.